Welcome to Sunfire Designs. Today I'm going to be making a fairy flower. Surprise, surprise. And I am going to be trying a new white pigment. I am trying Let's Resin Ocean White, epoxy resin pigment. It's highly pigmented, and I used less than I did for the cast and craft. And I can't tell you how much, but I will tell you that because of the whole recipe thing, but I used almost exactly half as many drops in this to get the same coloration as I did with the cast and craft. Also in this one, I used the same amount that I normally do, but it's still like an opaque, transparent white. I'm using Art Pro resin. I am using this mold from Etsy. I will share the link in there. It's by Resinable Creations. Let me finish showing you what the rest of the stuff. I'm getting ahead of myself. I've mixed up 3 colors. I've mixed up yellow. These are all Liquitex. So yellow medium AZO. I've mixed up bright orange. And then I've mixed up quinacridone magenta right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this cute little sticker, but I'm not going to unstick it. I'm just going to leave it. I trimmed around it. I'm going to leave it exactly as it is, but I'm going to stick it in the middle of my mold and just kind of make sure it's placed where I want it to be. Whoops. Right there. Hopefully it will not move. It's glossy-ish on the other side, so it doesn't, it's kind of slipperier. So I'm hoping it won't move. We'll find out, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna pour my opaque white into a piping bag here. I don't know if you can see that or not, probably just off screen. I got a new lab set up, desk, counter, station. I'm not sure what we want to call it. Anyway, I got a new one set up. It's finally level, and I've got twice the working space. I have room so I can make recordings 2 at a time, so I can make one here and one on the other side of the table. I don't have to have 2 going on at the same time. Super, super excited. This is one of the first videos that I've made trying it. I did make another video. I'm not sure if that's gonna make the light of day or not. It just depends. I have a lot of stuff in the queue right now. So, all right, so I'm gonna start off by pouring in my yellow. And I think as long as I don't touch the flower at the bottom, it'll be okay. And it should stay where it's supposed to. Fingers crossed, right? All right, so there's that. Then I'm gonna do the orange, and the table is level, but things tend to kind of run one direction. And when I had it before, it would run the other direction. I think it just depends on whatever. But I did check it. It is level. My husband even helped me to check and make sure that it's all level. So, but you know, molds can also be unlevel. I don't know if you know that or not, but the mold can be unlevel depending on how it was made. Not saying this one is, but just saying it's possible. I actually made a mold and it was unlevel. All right, so then I'm gonna add the magenta last. And now you can see it's all evened out very nicely. It just didn't go in 3 nice circles like I had hoped. But you know what? That's kind of how my luck's been going lately. All right, now I'm going to take the white and I'm going to put dots. Actually, first I'm going to torch it a little bit. Okay, come on. I think I'm out. I'm out of juice. I got just barely a flame on here. I'll do that and then I'll refill it after we're done here. That was the smallest, tiniest little flame I've ever seen. Not that I usually have it as a big flame, but I'm lucky it was still even working. You can see my colors are already starting to move a little bit. It's so weird because you'll pour the yellow first and it won't be the dominant one. It'll end up being the orange will be the most dominant one, and the yellow kind of just gets sucked in and blended in. It's so weird how that happens. All right, scissors. I'm just gonna cut the tip of this off over here. I cut it off very small because then I can actually apply pressure by squeezing and decide how big I want the dots to be. All right, so feel free to fast forward if you've seen this before, which if you've watched any of my videos, you probably have. I'm just gonna go around and add my dots from my fairy flower. And I have a couple other things kind of in the works at the moment so that I know that it can get kind of old watching the same thing over and over. I can't help it, I'm kind of addicted to this. I really like making fairy flowers and dragon flowers and fantasy flowers, but I'm trying to learn some other techniques so that it's not boring, because I know I would get bored too. Plus, I'm not the only one that makes these videos, so there's a bunch of them out there. So if that's what's flooded into your feed, it can get kind of old. I get it. Totally get it. All right. Just going around, filling in my dots. You can hear my air conditioner just kicked in. I don't know if you can hear that or not. It still was in the 90s here today. I'm hoping it's going to cool off a little bit the next few days. I know I talk about weather more than I probably need to, but it affects me a lot when you're using resin, and the weather can really affect you. Plus, you know what? It's fall. I'm ready for it to cool off some and be able to be outside without bursting into flames, you know? Maybe you know. I know not everybody gets the heat that I do here. And don't get me wrong, it's great in the summer, nothing like going swimming when it's nice and warm out, but it can be a little excessive. We only get cooler weather for maybe 4 or 5 months. And even then it's like, it's slightly cooler, but what a lot of people would still call hot. It's just cooler for us. But tomorrow is my husband and I's 10-year anniversary. So I'm probably not going to be recording tomorrow. Not that you probably will even be able to tell, because this will probably air much later. I record and then I tend to upload the videos, and I'm about, I don't know, 5 or 6 days out. So this probably won't even come up for another week maybe. By the time it gets edited and uploaded, and I have to go and add all the information in the descriptions, because I like to make sure that you have all the list of things that you'll need in case you want to try this yourself. And then my discount codes when I've got them. The main one I've got right now is the Estoyo resin, which you should definitely check it out. And yeah, so it takes a minute. Uploading does not happen overnight, but it's worth it. I like doing it. Video editing is probably my least favorite part of all this. Kind of just making a whole other spiral here. Okay, I'm just gonna go and do another row here. Check for holes. I'm only putting these in where I see holes, and some spots I put them too close together. This is another one that looks kind of like candy corn with the yellow and the orange and the white, which is fine with me. I like candy corn. I know it's not everybody's favorite, and I don't know if I would say it's my favorite, but I really like it. I like it a lot. All right, I think that's almost good. I keep saying that and then I see a hole, or I could add another one. Oh, my allergies are bad tonight. I didn't even use close to what I normally use, but then again, I am using a smaller mold, so that's probably what this is happening here. Okay, just a little more in a couple places here. And then I'll be done. All right, I'm gonna call it done. I used a lot of it. I didn't use all of it though. And then again, I usually make a little more than I need to, so. All right, so now I'm gonna pour this white in here. Not super fast, but not super slow either, because you want it to push everything out. Here we go. I also don't want to dislodge my sticker in there either though. All right, so probably what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to let this move for about 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes. And then I'm going to check it and see if I need to suck some out of the center, because I don't want a white blob in the center, but I also don't want to suck it out if I don't need to. If I do suck it out, I will try to come back here and show you what I mean by that, in case you haven't seen it in one of my other videos. I think I've shown it. Sometimes I just do it. But I try to let you know so that you know what I've done, so you don't go back and be like, I can't make this work the same, because I know that would piss me off. And I'm sure it would piss you off too. All right, I'm gonna go fill up my torch this again. I will put it on time lapse for a little bit, and then I'll pop back on if I decide to suck some of the middle out, okay? All right, I am back. It's been about 15 minutes, and I think I'm gonna suck some out from the middle, and I'll show you how that's done. So I have a syringe here, and I've used it a couple times, you can see, but so this will probably be the last time I use it, but you just wanna make sure you can move the plunger for your syringe up and down. You're gonna take it, stick it in the middle, and you're gonna suck up, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it from the angle I'm at, but I will give it a shot. I'm gonna stick it in the middle, and I'm just gonna, oh no, I plunged up my sticker. Darn it, get back in there. All right, hopefully I got that back in there in the right place. Oh, that sucks. Note to self, be more careful when plunging. I didn't think I was touching the bottom. All right, let me try this again. It might have been because I was trying really hard to not. There we go. I was trying really hard to suction up without leaning all over the place. All right, so now I'm starting to get some color. So I'm gonna stop. And this looks kind of like a mess in here, so I'm hoping that it doesn't look like that on the other side and that my sticker is in the right place. But because this is white here, I can't tell. So fingers crossed, guys, that I didn't blow it. And I will see you when it's time to unmold. I probably could suck out some more, but I'm gonna stop before I make it any worse. All right, I'll see you when it's time to unmold. All right, it's time to unmold. Let's see if I messed up that center or if we end up with something pretty. Here we go. Okay, ready? I love it. It came out so cool despite me messing up the middle. Totally different from what I'm used to. And I think it's because I used that different white, but I still love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. What do you guys think? Let me know. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time.